I always try to remember exactly how this went, but the idea came about in around 2004, and we put up a website probably at the end of 2004, beginning of 2005. So it's actually been around for a while, but we were sort of testing it out, making changes, and doing all kinds of things like that. So probably around 3 years that it sort of looked the way that it does now, and that we've had a lot of players and that type of thing. So we went through a lot of we tried different things and went through a lot of different changes along the way, but now we feel like we've kind of perfected what we've got, and we're,
Do you take
growing and growing.
feedback too from the people to see like?
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot and we still do get a lot of feedback from people all the time. So, we make changes based on that, and people request different prizes or different twists to the games or things like that. So we definitely listen
So
to what
you
our people
wow.
say.
So
Yeah, we get a
you're
lot of player comments, a lot of player comments every day about different suggestions or just things that they like and that type of thing.
so that's nice too. You're involved. You're
Yeah,
involved.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, and it's really a community. So we want people to feel like they have a voice in what's going on, and that we listen to the things that they have to say.
any new things going on this year?
Gosh, we're always doing new things. We just started doing an e-card thing right around Christmas time, which has really taken off. So people can pick a card and send something to a friend and that type of thing. So we're always adding, new different little twists on things and that type of thing. But the e-cards are really fun. We also have little virtual things you can buy and send to people. Like if you want to send someone a flower for Valentine's Day, you can buy a
Oh.
yeah, it's really cute. Buy a virtual flower or things along those lines. So people do that quite often. And people will buy a day pass for a friend to get them on and playing. And so we're always trying to come up with new fun things for our players.
And
And
you
they
do
like
that
it.
like within the site, the e-cards and the
Right.
sending the
No,
gifts?
the egg cards you can send to anyone. You can send it to anyone anywhere. But the virtual prizes are for people that are other players within the site. And we do get a lot of people sending things around to each other, which is pretty cute.
Also,
And then the other thing I didn't mention too is that people really make good friends while they're on here playing. And we've had a lot of stories about people who have connected with, different people that have ended up being such good friends for them, or people that have reconnected with other people and gotten married, and crazy stories like that.
yeah, I saw some articles. I actually let me pull them up here
Oh yeah,
from
yeah,
where I got some articles that mentioned you and how people met
yeah,
and how
yeah.
they talked about some Dennis Ayo with the
Oh
colon
yeah,
cancer.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Really sweet story. So sometimes when people are having, medical crises, or they're going through a divorce, or they're just having a kind of a life issue, they'll come online and they'll get a lot of support from their friends that are, they play with all the time. And Dennis was going through chemotherapy, and he said, he just didn't know if he would have made it through because it was so hard without all of his friends on Winster that were supporting him and checking in on him, and that he could, he felt well enough he could come on and play for a couple minutes or an hour, however, whatever time he felt like he could do it. And it really just gave him the energy, to kind of keep going when he was really feeling down and feeling bad. So, he's a great story of how friends supported him and helped him through everything. And we have other stories like that too. We had another woman who had surgery because she had gained a lot of weight, and she had to have some of her skin removed, and she was just feeling really down. And before the surgery, all of her friends on Winster were supporting her and telling her how great she was going to do and how proud they were of her and things like that. And afterwards, the same thing. And she had also said that she didn't like to go out in public so much because she was so overweight, and it just made her feel like people cared, and she had a real kind of family at Winster. So we have so many touching stories like that. It's so cute.
yeah, there's a couple articles here written by Mike Swift
Yeah.
from SiliconValley.com and
Yeah.
13 WHAM, WHAM. It has a little
Uh-huh.
ABC symbol on there.
Yeah. He's a local reporter out of San Jose for the Mercury News, and he came and did a story on the site, and he interviewed Dennis and a couple other people. So,
Yeah, it says people got they're meeting and they're engaged. They
yeah, that was
reunited.
right. That was a cute story. So there was two players who were playing, and eventually, you get to talking about more personal things, and they said where they lived, and they both lived in the same town, a mile or something apart. And so they talked about this took, weeks to kind of get all this stuff out. And then it turned out that they had gone to the same elementary school, and they knew each other when they were kids, but they had one of their families had moved away, and so they hadn't seen each other for like 30 years. So they decided to meet in person. And long story short, they fell in love and they got engaged, and now they're getting married. Yeah. So
congratulations for them. That is so nice.
I know. It's very, very exciting. It's just so funny that what a coincidence to be playing with someone, with people from all over the country on here playing. You happen to be playing with someone who you actually went to elementary school with and who lives, in your town, basically. So yeah, that was a really cute story as well. So. Yeah, we're always amazed. I mean, people say, this site has really changed my life. I used to kind of feel like I didn't have people to turn to, and now I've developed this great support system of friends. And it's really it's a nice thing for people, especially people who maybe can't get out as much as they would like to. Maybe they're home with a new baby, or they're a military wife and their husband's deployed somewhere. We have all different kinds of stories like that of people who just want to reach out and feel connected to other people.
Wow. Yeah, I know. Like you have the little friends list, and I'll go in and join them. They're always hi, like they remember, and it's like like a little community. It's so nice. I love it.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Nice.
Yeah, people are very friendly. So, it's a nice, warm place to come and hang out. You never feel rejected or that people don't want to hang out with you. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Anything you want to tell the listeners? Anywhere for them to, go or see or
come to it's WINSTER Winster.com, and I would encourage you to come on and just play, and you'll get a host who'll show you around, and you'll get to meet some nice people. And if you are the kind of person who enjoys playing games and kind of hanging out and chatting, and if you've got a schedule where maybe you're awake at different hours of the night that most people aren't, it's a perfect place to come and hang out and find someone to chat with. But or during the day, that's of course when most people are on. But anytime you can come in, just pop in for a few minutes, play a game or two, pop back out. That's the other thing that's nice about it. It's not a big commitment of time. You can kind of come and play, and then say you got to head out, or you'll be right. We have a be right back button. If you need to go get a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, you can do that. A lot of people say, "I'll be right back. I'm going to refill my wine," and so they.
Yeah, I've done that. Be back. Getting my cup of coffee. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Right. So that's totally okay. So people can kind of come and go as they like. But it's a fun thing to do, and you're working towards something. It's not like other sites where you're kind of just playing for yourself. You can get a prize, you can make some friends, you can have a good time, and it's a nice place to be.
Oh. Well, I thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
And yeah, I love the site, and I love Happy, and especially now, with our community, with Las Vegas, everyone out there, to find a place, to hang out, to see, to go, to have fun. Yeah. Uplifting, happiness, and I thank you very much, for coming on.
Thank you so much, Elaine. I hope to see you on there soon.
Yeah, I'm on there like almost every night, so.
Oh, good. I'll look for you then.
Okay. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.